Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kyra and this is my Back to Beauty Know by Year. Today I'm using my makeup and some other things to bring to you my May in review video. If you're new to my channel or to these videos, every month I tell you a few things I've been loving, few things I've not been loving, sometimes a palette of the month, and a few shenanigans in between. So I mentioned in a previous video that I have a new planner and it is from plumpaper.com. Hashtag not sponsored, please sponsor me. But this is what my planner looks like. I have not only a YouTube channel, but I'm a mom of two and I have a lot going on and I need to keep track of it. So this is a customizable planner. Sorry for the glare. Are you surprised that it is a mustard yellow? Because I'm not. You can personalize the front with initials or your name or the year, etc. Every month you have a little tab, and then at the front you have some goals here, birthdays, important events, things to remember, and then you have a note page here. Then you have a monthly overview. Every week you have a layout like this and you can personalize it. So for me it says moi, that's me in French. Aiden, my daughter Hannah. I have my column for my menu, and then I have to post on YouTube, to film for YouTube, and then to do, which is for whatever. So I really love this. I also mentioned in my previous video that I had added a page for gratitude, and this is what it looks like. It says I am grateful for, and then it says because. So I find that to be really helpful. It helps remind me to be grateful and to write those things down. The next thing that was in my top this month was the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizer Primer. I did shop my stash for this in May, and I'm reminded that I actually really love this. It's definitely a luminizing primer, but I also feel like it gives a barrier, like an actual barrier between my skin and my makeup. It is not what I'm wearing today. I did receive this from BoxyCharm, but I actually do recommend this. It's a beautiful primer and it actually does leave a barrier between my skin and my makeup, which is what I'm looking for a lot of the time in a primer. And most luminizing or luminous primers are more moisturizing and more so absorbing into the skin versus this one that actually creates a barrier. Next is a product that I put into my capsule makeup collection for spring, and it is the No. 7 Match Made Bronzer in the shade Caramel. I have had this for so long, probably close to 2 years. I think I mentioned that in my Dirty Little Makeup Secrets tag that I created, but there's a lot of things I love about this. Number one, it is matte, but it is matte and not flat, if that makes sense. It still just melds into my skin, giving a natural looking bronze. It's buildable, so it works for me when I'm at my palest, but it can be built up at this point in the year when I'm starting to get a little color. And I love to apply this with this little e.l.f. brush. This is the e.l.f. complexion brush. This one has been recommended many times by Emily Noel. I love that I can just swirl my brush in there. I don't have to worry about kick up or getting too much on my brush, and I just buff it into the skin. If you've been wanting to get into bronzer, or you know someone that is new to bronzer, or you have a teenager who would like to get into bronzing, this one is foolproof. It is very easy to apply and it looks phenomenal. And then last for my tops this month is kind of a really odd product. It's something that was lacking in my skincare routine, and it is this Bliss Jelly Glow Peel. It's called a gentle, non-abrasive exfoliator with fruit enzymes. This is about $10 and I did pick this up at Target. I've been trying to eliminate like a physical exfoliator in my skincare routine. It's not great for the environment. I also find with my enlarged pores, it tends to make it worse. And so this is a product, I mean, I've heard of a Saturday Skin has a product like this as well as many other brands, but this is very accessible to me as well as affordable in my opinion. And this is just a gel product, and it's really very odd, but you rub your hands together and you start rubbing it on your face, and it is this gel. And what it says on the back is actually very descriptive of the process. It says, feel the peel. This gentle jelly peel uniquely exfoliates with soft plant-based fibers that act like micro lint rollers. I think that's very clever. To capture and roll away dry, flaky skin and dirt. I use this roughly every 72 hours or so. I really find that this actually does, like, my skin feels like a baby's butt when I'm done with this product, but it doesn't feel stripped as it does with some other exfoliators that I've tried that are not physical exfoliators. And I think that the lint roller sort of way of explaining this is really not only clever but very true. As you're applying this on your skin, you feel the clumps getting bigger and bigger, and it literally is your dry skin attaching to these plant-based fibers, and then you rinse it away and your skin is so smooth, and I love this and highly recommend it. So I only have one bottom this month, and I'm really very disappointed in this product. Several YouTubers have recommended this in videos, in their Sephora VIB sale recommendations, and so on. It's the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream. I don't really feel like this is an eye cream, at least not in terms of hydration. This absolutely does not hydrate my eyes enough before makeup application or at night before I go to bed. So I've stopped using this and I've gone back to my old favorite, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. But how I've been using this is I do feel like this might be kind of like an under eye primer, if you will. If I put this on right before I put my concealer on, I do feel like it acts as a barrier, keeping moisture in and kind of smoothing things over for the application of my concealer. So I'm going to use it up slowly but surely that way, but I will not repurchase this, and I do not recommend this, especially if you struggle with any dryness under your eyes. So usually I have a palette of the month, and this month I really don't. That's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes, and I'm not going to tell you guys that it is my palette of the month if it really isn't. I do, however, have a favorite technique or tip this month, and that is I have been loving finishing off an eye look with the blush that I'm wearing on my face. For example, I'm wearing this Pixie blush today. I did take this and sort of blend out the rusty shade that I used from my Pan That palette, and I feel like it just sort of like locks the look all in together. It makes it more cohesive. It's like less harsh. It's more complimentary. I just think it's a really, really nice technique. This is not a new technique, but it is a technique that I've been using for most of this month, and I feel like it's upped my eyeshadow game just a little bit. So at this point, let's talk about the purchases that I made this month. I did make what I think was 3 separate orders from Sephora during the VIB sale, and I didn't like purposely make 3 different orders. It was like I made one order and then I was like, oh yeah, I want that, and then I made another order and then I was like, oh yeah, I should probably pick this up, and that's how it all shook out. So the first thing that I bought from the VIB sale, as I mentioned in reference to the Ole Henriksen eye cream, is my Pharmacy Do It All Total Eye Cream. I love this product. I received this product originally in my FabFitFun box last year, and I love it. This is extremely hydrating. It doesn't take a lot. I tap this under my eyes both morning and night, and I feel like my under eyes are sufficiently hydrated, whether it be to go to sleep or to put on makeup. The next couple of things that I purchased were lip balms. I have finished up 3 lip oils prior to making this order. So I did go ahead and pick up the Pharmacy Honey Butter Beeswax Lip Balm. Now, this is just your regular old chapstick, except for this is like 1,000 times better than the Burt's Bees. I think my lips have been getting spoiled lately because the Burt's Bees, when I try to use it, and that was one of the ones that I finished up before making this order, it feels so waxy, and this doesn't. And I actually keep this one at my vanity. This is what I put on my lips now for a prep while I'm doing the rest of my makeup, and then my lips are fully hydrated and ready for a lip product. And then the other one that I picked up was the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm in the peach shade and scent. First, I will say I'm really disappointed in this product, if I'm being honest. I've had this for several weeks now. This is the one that I keep out in my kitchen, which is probably the lip product that gets used the most. So I've really used this a crap ton. And here's the thing. Number one, it really is not overly peachy scented, which, whatever. Hopefully you can see. It's just ever so slightly tinted. It does feel nice going on the lips, but herein lies the problem. Do you ever use like a lip gloss all day long, and by the end of the day you're like, damn, my lips need some hydration? That's how I feel about this. I feel like this temporarily hydrates my lips or makes them feel protected and hydrated. However, by the end of the day, my lips are screaming for some real hydration. So the first thing that I actually purchased from the Sephora VIB sale that I knew and planned ahead that I was going to purchase because I was in need of it was the Too Faced Primed in Peachy Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer infused with peach and sweet fig cream. This is my holy grail mattifying primer. I really love this. I've spoken on it numerous times. I previously finished up like 3 or 4 of the little samples that I had acquired, and so I decided to purchase it because I'm without a matte primer in my collection. I did go ahead and get the deluxe size or the smaller size, not the full size, because I really only need to use this during the warmer months. During the winter, I don't need a mattifying primer, and I don't want a bunch of extra products sitting around until the following season when I can wear it again or need to use it again. So I'm really, really glad to have this back in my collection. I feel like this was a smart and, you know, predetermined purchase. And then the last thing that I purchased from the Sephora VIB sale in terms of my like no buy repurchases, things like that, I had several sponges that were in need of replacement. A L'Oreal sponge, the horrible Real Techniques sponge that I've had that I avoid using at all costs, and then I had 2 Flower Beauty sponges that were just garbage as well. So I did pick up a 3-pack of the beauty blenders in various pink shades. I don't have them all here because they're all dirty, including this one. But here's the thing. Yes, I think the L'Oreal sponge does the job fine. It's a good sponge, but it doesn't last as long as the beauty blender that I've had since fall of 2018, and so I just decided to go ahead and replace 4, you know, worn out sponges with 3 new beauty blenders. With the sale, it was like getting, you know, buy 2 get 1 free essentially, and so I just bit the bullet and replaced some sponges, and there you go. We already talked about the fact that I purchased the Bliss Jelly Glow Peel. This was an empty category in my skincare routine, and like I said, I really love that product. And then I was in need of a replacement for my CeraVe Skin Renewing Night Cream. I've spoken on this before. I think this might have been a favorite last month. This moisturizer has peptides and things like that in it that my skin absolutely loves. So I did repurchase this. And then I was out of a serum and I decided to go bargain or drugstore, and I repurchased the CeraVe Skin Renewing Cream Serum. I've used this before. This comes highly recommended by Emily Noel. I think it's a really gentle but effective serum, and it's from the drugstore, so I did repurchase that. And then the last thing that I purchased this month comes with a funny little story. I did repurchase the NYX Microbrow Pencil in the shade Ash Brown, and I actually bought 2 of them for a couple of reasons. Target was having a deal where if you spent $20 in the beauty department, you would receive a $5 gift card. So one day I was doing my brows with my favorite microbrow pencil from NYX, and I got one brow done and went to roll up the product, and there was none. So I had one brow done and I panicked, and I tried to use eyeshadow and I tried to use tinted brow gel, and the whole thing, it was a real first world problem, but it felt like an emergency to me. So I went to Target and I allowed myself to buy 2, one to use and one to have on backup, so I never have that happen again. I simply love this pencil for my brows, and at $10 I find it to be a bargain. So those are all the things I purchased this month, but I did receive 2 makeup related gifts for Mother's Day and 2 samples. I nearly made a number 2 in my pants one day when I walked into Target and they had a blush for a sample. This is the Pixie Fresh Face Blush in the shade Beach Rose. My girl Angela also got this as a free gift with purchase from Pixie when she made an order. This is absolutely stunning. It is the blush I'm wearing today, as well as the blush that I finished off my eye look with, and I just think it's beautiful, and I couldn't believe that they were giving them away for free. And then the second sample that I received on another day was the Milani Highly Rated Mascara. This is actually a really good mascara. It has my kind of brush where it's tapered at the tip, natural bristles, you know, somewhat close together bristles, so we're not having clumping or anything like that. I'm really enjoying this mascara, and I will give my review when it's all gone. So I already showed you guys in another video that my kids picked out a bunch of stickers for my water cup, which I'm never without. But then we were at Target, I believe it was the day before Mother's Day, and both of my kids thought that they really needed to buy me something else. So I gave them a budget, I gave them my debit card, scary, I know, and what they purchased and surprised me with was this. This is the Pixie by Petra Hello English Rose palette. I'm sure that my daughter picked this because she's seen me look at it several times, but it's absolutely stunning. All of them can be used as eyeshadows, but these also can be used as face shades. But do let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see a couple looks with this, have me use it in a get ready with me or what have you. And then you would have seen by now the Affinity 2 palette from Certifeye. I did a first impressions and swatches, as well as 3 looks and a review. I will link both of those videos up in the cards for your convenience, and I'm just very thankful that both my husband and my kiddos know the way to my heart. So damn, this is gonna be a long video. I hope you enjoyed. I will not have a May no buy update. I'm gonna link a video from my girl Rachael Stephanie where she kind of talks about the fact that she really didn't feel like she had anything new to add to the conversation about her no buy, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. I feel like I've hit my stride. We're almost in the middle of the year, so I just don't have anything to update you on this month. This is my update. I'm doing great. I'm doing fine. I'm enjoying what I have. I'm enjoying using things up. And on that note, I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful makeup days, and I will see you in my next video soon.